What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and another video. To some good suggestions I had from my Instagram followers. I've got a couple of new videos that I would like to put out there for you guys. Number one, and this is going to be pretty much a copy of Trucks and Water's latest video. I'd like to show you guys how I've got my rock lights set up from C4 Off-Road. I get a lot of questions asking me, how did you mount them on your STEPSIDE bed? Because obviously STEPSIDEs don't have an inner fender. They're just pretty much, they're just empty all the way through. How many I have, I'll give you links to all of them. I know I did a review on the rock lights a little bit ago, a long time ago actually, when I first got them, and it's pretty much time for an update. I'm overdue for an update, and I'm overdue on letting you guys know how they're doing and how everything's going. And also, something really cool, I don't know if I said it in my last video, but we're in the process of moving. We're in the process of purchasing a house, and pretty soon the truck will have a brand new home. So let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, what we're looking at here is a rock light from C4 Off-Road, and they call them IEDs. I'm not quite sure what that means, but they are very, very bright rock lights. And I've had these in the truck for probably 2 or 3 years now, and absolutely have no complaints about them at all. I do have one complaint. It's not about the actual lights, but it's about the control module. When I first got these lights, I got the wireless control module so I could use a remote, turn them on, turn them off, have the strobe functions, all that good stuff. About a year later, that module fried and shorted out, and I was not able to get a replacement module for the lights. So I just had to wire them up to a switch. But as far as the front of the truck goes, I've got them mounted pretty similar to what people normally do. I've got one back here in the back of the fender well, that way it lights up down below. And then I've got one hidden up here in the top. That way you get some direct shine up. Eventually I'm going to want to put one up here. And the good thing about these is they are 100% aluminum. So they're billet aluminum, and they just mount with 2 screws on either side. You could use 3M tape if you want to. Very, very simple to mount up and very durable. I've driven the thing, a lot of miles since I've had these on there. Driven them through rain, snow, everything, and those lights, they're weather resistant. They wash right off, and everything's good for those right now. And they're extremely bright, durable, and very versatile. And that's what I like to go for when I'm looking into a product, or if I like to promote a product at all of any sort. I talk about versatility. I'm saying you can mount these things literally anywhere. I've got some ideas of mounting locations I want to do. I would like to get a lot more light underneath. I don't have really anything to show off suspension wise or anything fancy, but I would like to have a nice little glow. Right now I've got a pretty good glow coming from the wheel wells, but it's not enough for me. And if you go look on YouTube or look at some of the show trucks you've got, you see they stick those things everywhere. Every little part of the frame, every little part of the suspension. If you've got something nice to show off under there, say you've got a solid axle truck, and you've worked hard, you've put a lot of time, a lot of money into that truck, you've got some nice powder coated parts, you want to show it off with some light, so you can pop those things everywhere, because they're only that big, and you can wire them up in any way you want to, pretty much. So we're going to go ahead and look at how we've got them mounted back here as far as the STEPSIDE portion goes. This is a little bit more difficult than on the front. As I said, you've got the bottom of your box, you've got your frame, you've got nothing at all up here. You don't have a fender liner. There's nobody who makes any inner fender structure for these that I know of. So what we did was mounted it right on the bottom of the bed rails. So what I'm talking about is you got this. So this is metal on the underneath. STEPSIDE beds are made of something that's similar to fiberglass, if you guys didn't know. And then the floor is actually steel, the tailgate's steel, and the underside of the bed rails are steel. So what we did was drilled a couple holes and mounted the light right up there. And if you really wanted to, you can mount several more up there, and you'll have no problem. So we've got that mounted up there, and we ran wiring to the front lights, and the same thing on the other side. Both lights are connected, and they run centrally to a fuse, and a fuse runs to power under the hood, and from there the power runs to this switch. Excuse my messy wiring. Underneath my dash, and it's just a simple push button on off switch. And that's about it. I used to have, like I said, I used to have the control module where I can turn it on with the remote. That module didn't last very long, and yeah, so I'm stuck with the hardwired switch. Just you know, I love the C4 lights. They're a little bit more on the expensive side. If you go on Amazon, you could look up rock lights. You can get a set of 8 for probably 60 bucks. These little C4 lights are about $25 a piece, but I will tell you guys, they're 100% very, very well worth it, and I definitely very highly recommend them to anybody. So never tried out any other brands. I cannot tell you any comparison, but I do know the durability in the weather lasts an extremely long time. They've been through a lot, and they've been through 3 winters, guys. 3 winters with all the salt, the road grime, all that nasty stuff. And they're working 100% as they should, so that about takes care of that. They come in a couple of different colors. You can get them in like blue, red, green, purple, I think. Then they have some RGB ones, so use the link down below in the description box to check out C4 Off-Road. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just promoting their product because it's something that I enjoy and something that I think people are going to find useful, especially if you want some rock lights on your truck. And yeah, we'll go from there. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching, and again, I apologize for being a little bit more inactive on the channel than I have been recently. But we're going to get back into things here shortly. So if you don't follow my Instagram, follow at Badsy71 on Instagram. And just like and share the channel, guys. That's all I'm asking of you. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, we will see you all later. Take care.